Hello everyone, welcome to Nova Creative Tutorials. Today we are going to start a new tutorial series in our channel, and it's going to be about typography in Adobe After Effects. So now I will show you how to create animated typography portraits in Adobe After Effects without using any third-party plugins. So create your composition and let's get started. So after create your composition, and as you see here in my comp, I have this text layer, so you can create yours and type whatever you want. So let's pre-compose this into rename to text 01, and then I'm going to open this comp and use region of interest to crop only the text here, and then composition and crop comp to region of interest, so I have something like this, and then I'm going to reveal these on my comp here or the project file, and then just duplicate these, so I have second duplicates, and then I'm going to drag these next to the first one. So let's open the second one, and then just going to stylize these differently. So I don't need fill for this one, and then going to have stroke on these, something like this, very easy and straightforward. And then I'm going just to move the second one below it or right there, and just pre-compose these two, and let's rename these to typography 01 and hit OK. So now we're going to do the same thing, just crop the two right here, doing the same thing. So now we have the crop. So what I'm going to do now is just bring a photo here. So I have a few of these photos. So let's bring this one and let's make it bigger right there. And then I'm going to pre-compose this. So let's rename this to photo. And you may think that we're going to use track mask. So yes, if we use that, you can see now what we got. Even if we just move these texts, it's not what we really want. So what I'm going to do here is actually use CC Reptile effect, and you can see nothing happened when I apply that. But here, let's put these just down right there. And here, if we use the expand up, you can see we're expanding that. It's basically exactly like motion tile, but a little bit different. So on this typography 01, hit S to reveal scale, and let's put there just 10. So now our text is very small, and then we can just expand that right there. As you see, the same right here for the left and the right. So we're going to just cover the whole image there, and that's what we want. So that's, you can see already it's pretty cool here. And so you can see now we have this tiling style. So here, what make it different than the motion tiles, so you can see we got some very nice and very cool looks from our typography text. So now we can have different styles, and of course we want to animate these, so nothing is animated. We want to make it look very interesting. So to do that, I'm going to apply CC Collider, and just adding that, you can see we got some very cool pattern here. So even if you look for something very cool, you can go for this. And of course, nothing animated here because we need to do some stuff for that. So if you want to animate that, you can just use a rotation and you can animate those patterns as you see there, or you can basically just animate the center. So you got very cool looks there. So we want basically our text to show up, of course. So here we have size, let's say there 100. So now we can see our letters there. You can see we still have that random looks. And here on tiling, if we change that, you can see now we can change the look as well, which is very nice and very cool. So first, let's give it animation here. So I'm going to animate the center first. Let's just go for something very basic here. Just this subtle animation, and let's preview this. So as you see, we got something very cool very quickly and easily here. So we can do a lot of more than this. So here you can actually use the rotation as well, and you can see maybe here you can just get something very cool, very different stuff. Got in that letters looks right there. And here, if we change here the tile and style, it's going to change the look as well. As you see here, so we got different looks for those letters, and let's go here for random and so on. So we have so many different options, and of course here we have the mirroring style. It's going to change the look as well. So we got different stuff here. So as you see here, really cool stuff as you see. So you can actually now, instead of animating here the center, I'm just going to animate the rotation. So I'm going to use actually times expression, so times 10, and of course it's going to be animated here as well. So as you see, this is pretty cool, and maybe in this one, if you don't want this hard line here or edge, you can just add turbulence displays, and by adding that you can see we are going to get really nice look here. So it's kind of now seamless, and it add some very cool effect. So you can see here, and you can also use here evolution if you want to. So let's use animation there, so maybe 50, and it's going to be animating as well. So let's preview this one more time. So as you see, this look pretty cool. So now you can have actually even this text animating as well. So here I already have these preset here. You can use any anime presets and just apply here. For example, this one here. So let's reveal these keyframes, maybe adjust it a little bit, copy and paste that, and then reverse these keyframes here. So we're going to have like out animation as well. So we're going to do the same here. For example, here we can even change these to portrait and make it a little bit bigger here, something like that. You can do whatever you want with your text, and just doing the same thing here. Just apply these preset and use the out animation for it as well. So maybe it's too much longer. So here we have something like this. So now we have these two. We can even stir these a little bit. And let's see here how it looks. So maybe here we can go for different look this time. Maybe unfold, and let's preview and see how this looks like again. So as you see, this was very cool and easy to create here. So now we can actually change our photo and everything is going to be right. So let's try this one here. Let's make it smaller a little bit, so just there, and let's back to our comp here. So we can see here we got actually a different look, and that's because the color of the background is white. So you can actually just add a solid here if you want to go for these look here. So maybe here now we can just expand here the left and the right. So it's going to be really heavy to render. If you want to cover the whole comp like this, it's going to look different if you want this look as you see here. So here we have different look actually, and if you want to go to the same look like we had before, all you need to do for this one is use enver to invert the colors, and now we have this invert, and here now we have that look. So let's basically just reset these so we don't need to expand more than we need to, so it's not really heavy, so just there. So as you see now we got our look, so you get the idea here. And of course we can go for a different photo that it's not black and white. So for example, I have this one here that I want, so this one, let's make it bigger here. And if we back here, we can see we got some problems as well on these. So what I'm going to do here basically is adding exposure on this one to correct the black. So let's make it darker and add a little bit of exposure there. So now we can see we got something like that, and this will need to be a little bit more smaller so we can get more details there as you see. Well, you get the idea. So that's it, and hope this was very useful for you guys. And if you have any questions, just comment and I will do my best to be responsive. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials coming soon. And thank you for watching.